All right, welcome back to the 2023 MLB Draft Show. I'm pumped. We got a southpaw. We got a southpaw on the show. Grayson Hitt, University of Alabama, the pride of Germantown, Tennessee. Grayson, how we doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm ready to get this thing started.
Absolutely. Hey, let's just kick things off with how we always do. Tell everyone a little bit about Grayson Hitt. What do you like to do off the field? What are some of your hobbies? What are some of your passions? And then how you like to dominate on the bump?
Yep, like you said, from Germantown, Tennessee. I actually live in Memphis. Went to high school in Germantown. I mean, I like to golf. I like to play some video games. I'm not really the social types. I like to chill, watch movies. Hang out with some friends here and there. So, not too much going on with me.
How about on the bump, man? What kind of pitcher are you?
I like to consider myself like the attacker, the aggressor. I like to show what I'm a stuff guy. I got five different pitches, so I like to get after the hitter and show him what I got.
Five pitches. I hear reports out of the spring up to 97 from the left side. Correct me if I'm wrong, but tell everyone a little bit about those five pitches. What are you most comfortable with? What do you like to attack with? How do you dominate the zone?
Um. So I've been throwing traditional pitches. I got a ball right here if you want to see.
Yeah, let's do it.
Um. I got my four seam. My curveball, my
Okay.
slider,
Okay.
and then my changeup. If you can
Very
see it.
traditional so far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, traditional. And then this is a new one I've added. It's like an offset four seam. It's my cutter. So I've been working on that. It's a new addition to the party, I guess you would say. I kind of was playing with it over the summer, developing it, and just I never really used it in games until I got back to school, and it's been 90 to 92, so that's like a new fun toy that I've been able to play with this fall. So I mean, my mentality is to go get ahead with the fastball. It's been playing up so far this fall. In the summer, it was kind of down. It was only like 90 92. And once I went home for the summer, I only pitched 26 innings in the Cape. And once I got home, I got on a strict diet plan. I was eating 4,000 calories a day. I gained 15, 20 pounds within like a month. It was crazy. And yeah, so it translated directly to the fall, and I was able to add some velo and beat guys with my fastball, which I've never really done. I've always been kind of a more crafty spin first guy, and
Hmm.
it felt good to dominate with my fastball. That was like one of my main priorities going into the fall, and add that cutter in. I've been throwing it mostly to righties, get in on their hands, get them to roll over to the left side. But it's been fun. I'm glad I made a jump. It's good to watch hard work pay off. It gives you a new level of confidence, and I'm blessed, to be able to have worked hard and for it to pay off. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you mentioned your stuff was down a little bit during the summer. I mean, hey, listen, you threw 86 innings this year. That's a 86 between Bama and between Falmouth. That's a
mhm.
big jump from your freshman year. Do you think with the velo, do you think it was just a matter of, that's a lot of innings, you get a little bit worn down, things start to slow down, get to reset, get to work out, gain that weight, everything just comes back quick.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like when my first live outing, whenever I was sitting 95, 96, and I was like, oh, I've done something here. So it got me really excited. Got me focused on my goals more. Before the summer, I set some goals for myself, and I was able to achieve them there. So I had to raise them more. But it's awesome. It's awesome to see hard work pay off.
I'm not going to let you leave the interview without telling us what your next goal is.
Uh, so it was sit 95 90. It was actually sit 94 96. And now that I did that this fall, and I'm trying to get bigger and get stronger, I think I can come back. And I'm trying to sit 95 97, touch an 8. So
From the left
that's a big
side.
jump. Yeah, from the left side, it's kind of unheard of, but I'm really trying to do it. Whenever you set goals and you see them in mind, they're achievable if you think they are. So I think they are. So I'm gonna try to do it to the best of my ability.
So you've gotten a taste of the velo, you've gotten a taste of the heat now. Obviously, what sort of restraint does it take for you moving into the spring to be patient and ramp up slow? Because I know, like, I'm a competitor, you're a competitor. You want to see sixes and sevens like first day out in the spring.
Yeah.
So what's it take to kind of work your way in?
It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna start building up probably late November, early December, and I know it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna have to take it slow. I'm gonna have to just toss the ball around, But eventually, whenever I get there, I'm just gonna have to let it rip, see where I'm at the spring, and hopefully build upon that. Which I think it will be because I'm on a strict diet plan right now, eating like 3,500, 4,000 calories a day. So I'm really getting after it.
So, what does the next 2, 3, 4 months look like for you in terms of training development? What specific physical goals do you have for yourself?
All right, so I got some specific like weight gain goals. I'm at like 205 right now, and I want to wake up at 210 and like go around the day at like 215. My weight fluctuates a good bit, and then for like strength goals, I mean I got some in mind, like some deadlift goals and bench goals. I don't remember off the top of my head, but they're on my phone somewhere. Um, and then it kind of looks like 4 days a week I'll be working out, and the other 2 days. So 4 days I'll be working out. 2 days I'll be doing like movement, mobility stuff, trying to get my body right because with all that weightlifting, you gotta be able to move it. So I'm gonna try to move with those 2 days, and then I get an off day. So I'll have 2 upper, 2 lower days, 2 recovery/mobility days, and then a free day. So I usually go golf on that day.
Dig it. There we go. Golf.
Yeah,
Speaking to my heart, man.
yeah,
Well, let's talk about this. So you're a big physical lefty.
yes, sir.
Who'd you watch growing up? Who'd you kind of emulate your game off of? Like what lefties did you really respect growing up?
So this is a funny story. Every lefty says Clayton Kershaw, right? So
Yeah.
I've obviously watched him, but I grew up and I was more of like a hitter fan. Like I like Bryce Harper and Mike Trout. Like those were my guys growing up because when I was younger, I always considered myself a hitter first and then a pitcher second. So I always focused on what the hitters were doing. I never really got into the pitching aspect until like literally 2 years ago. So that was kind of a different hit. But as of right now, I like Blake Snell, Max Fried, Carlos Rodon. Those are some lefties that come to mind that I kind of emulate and try to get things from. Like I get most of my grips from those guys. Like I just mix them all together. So that's
Yeah,
about
I can
it
see
with
some
them.
similarities between you, and especially Rodon. I mean, that's a big
Yeah.
physical lefty. He really gets down the mound. It's kind of how you like
Hmm.
to operate too. Speaking of hitters, I mean, if there's a dude that you could, get in the box, I guess get on the bump against who's in the box. Is it Trout? Is it Harper? Who do you want to face 1-on-1?
It's probably Bryce Harper. He was he was
He just
he
went
was
deep oppo, right?
Yeah, I saw the game was on. I didn't see that he went deep. That's sick. But
Yeah.
yeah, probably Bryce Harper. I was such a big fan of him growing up. Like I remember when he was hitting those bombs in Tropicana at like 16 years old, and I was like 11 watching that. Like, oh my gosh, this guy's amazing. So I've been following him for a long time, and it would be pretty awesome to face him.
I dig that, man. Well, one thing we like to talk about and really hit on in this show is tech. We're big into tech. We're big into data. I know it's a big thing
Hmm.
in the SEC and especially at Alabama. Are you more of a field guy, or do you kind of like to get into the track, man? You like to get in those Rapsodo sessions and kind of diagnose everything.
I think I'm a mixture of both. Like I'm a big spin guy. Like obviously I like just what you do on a day-to-day basis will reflect on the TrackMan. So like
Hmm.
whatever you work on in your like flat ground stuff without data and stuff, that'll translate to the mound. So like I like to look at both. I like to feel it out and like see what feels better. Like if I throw a fastball, then I'll kind of like look over and ask him like, was that better? Or like we're looking at IVB for my fastball and making
Hmm.
sure it's like above 18, 15 to 18, above 18. So I'll kind of ask them like, what was the spin on that? What was the IVB and stuff like that? Like I'm not too into it. I like to look at my tilt as well, but it's nothing too serious. I'm more of a feel guy, I'd say. It's more of a here and there. Like I'll ask what's going on with my stuff, but I also
Yeah,
have some sheets right here that I was giving some reports on all my stuff. I don't really know how to
nice.
read. I don't really know how to read it very well, but well,
That's all right. It
hopefully I
takes
can
time.
figure
So
it out.
so kind of a tinker during the week. Look at the numbers during the week, but when 9 innings comes through, I mean, it's
Yeah,
just dominate the
I'm not
zone.
worried
Yeah.
about it then.
Yeah, I dig that, man. So Alabama this year, you guys coming off a pretty good year last year. You guys got a
Hmm.
great roster going into 2023. What sort of goals have you guys set for the program?
Well, everybody's goal is Omaha, so
Yeah.
that's our main goal. But I think it would be smart. It would be smart just take it one step at a time. Just take it day by day. That's kind of what every team is in store. I think last year we were very close. we beat obviously the 3 SEC teams that were in the College World Series. We had like an 8-6 record against. Like we did pretty good against those teams. We swept Ole Miss at their place. We beat Arkansas 3 out of 4 games. So we weren't too far off. I think we were like a game off, and we know that. So the goal will just be make a regional first and let everything else take care of itself. Because the team that gets hot at the right time, they'll do damage, you know.
Yeah. Who's the one guy on that Alabama roster that not a lot of people are talking about that we need to be talking about?
Probably Ben Hess. He's a dude.
Yeah.
He's a big right-hander. You probably saw some video of him from the cave. He's a big right-hander. He can throw a gas. His first freshman fall, when he showed up, he was like, "Yeah, dude, my fastball's electric." I was like, "All right, dude, whatever." He came out there 96, 97, 98, 98, 97, 98. And we were like, "Oh my gosh, he is not kidding." So he's a real deal. I think he'll be good.
I dig it, man. Well, let's hit you with some rapid fire questions here. Get you out of here on a high note. We always end with these. I'm going to kind of mix it up because I've been giving the same questions to the same people every week, and I want to hit you with some new ones. First one, you play in the SEC. I mean, you've been seeing some dangerous hitters. You've been seeing some great arms every week. But another thing you've been seeing is some pretty big crowds. And I want to know, Grayson, what school has the worst crowds?
Like as in like trash talk crowd or
no, like they need to bring it. Yeah, like they need to bring it. Like, man, I could fall asleep watching this game.
Well, I went to Vandy, and that environment is as crazy as you think. It was kind of a chill kind of weekend. They didn't really affect us very much. I haven't been to Missouri. I don't know if theirs is very good. I'm not a big trash talker, but those are the two that come to mind.
All right, I'll hit you with this one because I hit Jerron with it last week. You got a younger sister, older sister?
I got an older brother.
Older brother. Okay, that won't work. But if you had a younger sister or you had an older sister, if you had a sister, who's the one guy with Alabama or Falmouth that you definitely would not let date your sister?
I remember you asking Jerron this when I saw it on the video. I was thinking of some people from Falmouth, but I don't know. One guy on my team, probably Antoine Jean.
Oh, yeah.
He's so funny. He's my guy. I love him to death, but I probably wouldn't let him date my sister.
All right. And we'll get Antoine on the show this year. I know he was eligible last year. We tried to get him on, but it was a little bit too late. So, Antoine, if you're watching this, we're going to be hitting you up. Last question. We always end with this. Grayson, what is the one random fact that you know about anything? Doesn't have to be about baseball, and not a lot of people know.
So I had some time to think about it because I saw that video. This one I've actually known it since I was in like 3rd grade, but whenever you look up at the moon, it's the same every time you look at it. Like you see the same side of the moon. And it's you never see the dark side of the moon because
really?
Its revolution is the same as its rotation. So like it's going around like this, and we see the same side all the time.
I didn't know that. That's interesting. So you never see another side of the moon. It doesn't.
No,
it doesn't.
It's always the same.
Interesting. So that's why everyone makes such a big deal out of the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, that is it. That's why.
There you go. Grayson Hitt. I like it. I like the astronomy facts. I'm excited to see what you bring to the table this spring. If it's anything like what you're throwing this fall, I mean, you're going to bring some serious cheddar to the SEC in 2023. Grayson Hitt, appreciate you joining us, man. Let's see what 2023 has in store.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.